Loading. Well, hi there, I'm Fenwa.
I'm Lobs.
And I'm Demo Weasel.
And welcome back to The Fifth Element, the second time that we are visiting the Machine Room, Mission 13, Part 2.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I cannot wait. This is my favorite part of the whole game.
Mm-hmm. The part where Lilu does that.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for about 17 minutes of filler commentary, because if that last video was Sandstorm, this video is Deep Hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Again, probably the worst level in the game.
Okay.
Well, okay, not...
I can tell. It's a green sewer in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is green a color that you associate with bad video games?
It's a color I associate with colored lighting from, like, the Quake and Turok days.
Quake 2.
Forsaken for N64.
Mm-hmm. It's just like this really cheap effect. Like, maybe it was impressive to put together at the time, but it was just, like, so overused.
Yeah, and green specifically... Oh yeah, that one doesn't kill you though, it's okay.
It just hurts you.
Green specifically ended up being the color that you saw a lot because it was the color of sci-fi lasers and also lava.
See, I know that a lot of people think of the color green when they think of like the first Alien movie, but it's the fourth one. It's the fourth one that has the green.
Yeah, the first one was more of a cobalt blue, if anything. The first one was gray, the second one was blue, the third one was orange.
Yes,
First
it
one has
was.
some
fourth
really
one was
nice
green.
beige segments.
Yeah, lots of earth tones in Alien.
But I guess, you know, because green is a common Alien color, that it has become associated with the series much more than, I guess, any other.
Yay!
Oh, dead.
Yeah, no, I agree. Even though, like, maybe Alien Resurrection was the only Alien cover to actually use a green logo, like the other ones were white and blue, primarily.
Yes.
Right now, Tax is listening to this and just clawing his hair out, but
Oh, yeah.
whatever. We don't understand James Cameron's masterpiece.
Man, that robot wasn't even doing anything. It was just kind of hanging out.
But that robot was guarding that door.
No, it wasn't.
I could tell by the look on its face that it was going to attack me.
So, you may think that I'm just jumping to random platforms.
Indeed.
I believe for this segment I was actually staring at an ASCII map on GameFAQs, because this was not my first run through this level, and even then I couldn't figure it out.
Yes, because all the rooms look exactly the same.
Yeah, luckily, somewhere in here is a map that you have to get to, but once you get to that map, it tells you where to go. Also, I can think of no reason why they... Yeah, like, the platforming there is bad enough. I can't think of any justification for them adding the lasers to it as well. There's our map, by the way.
Yeah, there's a nice little map.
Yep.
Wow.
Just take a photograph and develop it.
Just,
And then,
get your
use a
handy-dandy
Polaroid.
notebook and draw it out.
No Polaroids. Submitted to Game Magazine.
That's right. Videogames.com.
I'd like to submit this to videogames.com. Here's the high score in the Fifth Element. I got 5 points.
That's
Thanks,
right.
Jeff Gersman.
You know what? Okay, I think I just realized what the contact bomb looks like. It looks like one of those, like, hair rollers that you use for pets.
Just with a bunch of spikes attached to it.
Well, that's not spikes. It's just big chunks of hair.
Oh, okay. Like a lint remover kind of thing.
Okay, I need to not drink water when you get hit by things, because it's funny.
That's right.
Then you should probably quit while you're ahead, because there's a lot of me getting hit by stuff.
It's
Oh,
just
no.
that whenever
I'm
a
gonna
laser hits you, it punches you in the face with
Yeah.
the accompanying sound effects of flinch.
Like, why doesn't it, like, make a sizzle noise instead of, like, a punch?
Why doesn't it use that stock zoom sound effect?
Oh, just use that same noise.
That's right.
Because that sound is already in use.
Oh,
They can't use the same sound twice.
I suppose.
That'd be very disappointing. I would be very disappointed.
I like the recoil the best, though. He's like, I got punched by a laser.
Oh, how rude.
Wait, get the floating cake with the plus on it. There you go. Okay, like, let's take a look at this room, right?
Okay.
What is the purpose of those windows? What are you looking out into?
The laser grid.
It's okay. It's not glass.
Those windows are actually more for looking in from this side of the room than they are for looking out from that side of the room.
Is maybe it like if you were a prison cell or
maybe if you were Mangalore sized, it would make more sense.
No.
You see, you need to crawl into this room from the lower decks of the Enterprise, and then there's this tiny window here, which is actually a force field with a control panel in front of it.
Okay, here's a crazy thought, and tell me if you think this is true. Do you think that only Lilu can get on her knees and crawl because of butt shots, and that's why Corbin can't? Do you think the titillation from Mila Jovovich, like her polygonal ass, is enough to drive that gameplay mechanic into this game? And to not give it to Corbin Dallas?
I don't want to think about people considering this game titillating in any way.
Hey man, Lara Croft was a thing once.
Yeah,
yes.
I suppose.
Like original Tomb Raider was the thing. And people making like fake nude cheats on Game Shark that just basically took the flesh tone from her arm and mapped it onto her chest. But the code itself was like 20 lines because it had to give that instruction to every single texture to replace it with a different texture.
Mm-hmm.
Man, why did people want to see that naked? Like
because it was the PlayStation. We didn't know any better.
It wasn't a human being. That was a collection of shapes. It was
it's
like
because naked girls and tits.
It was geometry posing as a human being.
It's because we didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried the Tomb Raider trick with this game where you back the character into a corner in such a way that it focuses directly on her breasts?
You know what's funny is I don't think the camera is robust enough to allow for that.
Robust.
No pun intended.
Actually, I think that's kind of a stupid question to ask because I'm just going to assume you did either way. Either way you answered.
Yeah, I'm sure if you scrub through the footage, you'll find at least one time I did it accidentally or quote-unquote accidentally.
And then you freeze-framed, and the party of the night would begin.
Yes. I'll just slightly sidestep over to this thing and begin it.
It's a good thing this game has tiptoe strafe controls.
What was that guy doing?
Hanging out.
Jogging in place.
Wow.
It's been so long since I had to fight a human being that I got a little rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's all robots.
You'll be a nice test for my skills.
That's right.
Whoa. That was a weird place for the camera to just lock.
That's because I have the, for the most part, I don't have the Lilu camera set on the, like, locked behind player view. I have it set on the, like, quote-unquote cinematic view, which, unfortunately, more often than not, is the view where it's impossible to line up your shots, but that's the default view for Lilu.
I just have to wonder, you know, at the time that the people were, you know, making this game, like, I mean, we saw, like, the response that one guy gave you who designed, like, the other aliens or whatever for the game. I think anybody making this game, like, had, like, super sort of, like, was super gung-ho about it, to where, like, yeah, this game's gonna be great. This is gonna be the fifth element of the game. We're responsible for this, and it's gonna be awesome. Or do you think everyone was like, okay, it's time to get paid?
The impression that I get is that the further you go up the chain, the more up their own asses people's heads are.
I think it's just a situation where they were given like 6 to 8 months to produce this game, and
they're honestly happy that it got out the door.
They all like tried their hardest to make like something like this.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm sure that there are people who try their very hardest to put like
some.
Yeah, I don't want to talk smack about the dude that did the character design. That dude collected his paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, I have worked on very shitty projects before too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And got a paycheck.
Yeah, and you gotta just kind of keep your head down and say, like, you know, this.
But
I'm not the reason this is terrible, so I'm just gonna try to make something that I can at least put on my portfolio.
So do you think a big, like, cigar chomping executive?
Look at all these elements! Oh my god!
Oh, there were 5 of them in that room.
There's 25 of them in this room.
Oh no, you missed that one.
Yay!
I like
you have 200 elements.
Every time you keep doing something like sort of backflipping into something, I'm just imagining in the character's head sort of like, ah shit, I missed that, better backflip into it.
Mm-hmm. God damn it!
Can't make that fucking jump. So what was that about a cigar chomping exec? Oh,
Frankie.
okay. We lost Frankie.
Oh no.
Did we lose Frankie?
Oh,
Yes, we
I
did.
was just gonna say, do you think like
Okay.
the cigar chomping executive was the one who thought this was gonna be great and super the best game ever, or
Bobby Kotick?
were they just like people will buy it, make it?
Mm-hmm. I imagine that's the case for every single movie game.
Ow! What what was that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not the developers, it's the publishers that are seeing this as a serious cash grab opportunity. Like, whether they think the game is going to be good, but they think it's going to sell because it's coming out alongside the movie.
I wonder if they asked the director of this game before they started. Okay, what is the absolute minimum amount of time and effort that you would be able to put in to produce this game?
Oh yeah, this game was undoubtedly workshopped out to the lowest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering that the development house associated with this one, not Callisto, the other one, their logo is just the logo from The Fifth Element.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
And they have an incredibly French name, so I
Yeah.
don't know how much this game was Callisto and how much of it was them, but it was definitely a team that was thrown together to make this game.
Would you say they were Bondi together?
Oh, I see.
Mwah, mwah.
Fuck. Oh, shit.
Kiki, you got comboed.
That's right.
it should come up on the right side of the screen. It's like combo for enemy,
That's right.
Ultimate combo.
just to make fun of you.
Then I
All
broke
right.
his combo with my fist.
I like how the healing 100% item is it is the same color and motif as the 5 elements, but it is not any one element on its own.
Wow, that guy missed.
Also, again, the item being called healing 100% just seems like a major placeholder text.
Mm-hmm.
Healing 30%, healing 100%. That's not the name of an item. That's just what it does.
Yep. Well, I guess Medkit and Cosmic Cheeto would have been kind of confusing.
Mm-hmm.
People need to know exactly what percentage of their health they're replenishing, you know?
Hey, it's this room again. We've seen this room before.
Perfect.
She's so happy she
Shit,
leaped in the air.
Okay. It's so hot here.
Get that 5th element.
It's refreshingly warm.
Get that U.
I think that element was in this, or that extra life was in the same place in the Corbin video too. But over here was a bunch of over here was a bunch of ZF1 ammo. So instead, there's nothing.
Oh,
Well, there's an open door that we have to go through.
that's because Corbin was already here.
Yeah.
This is like that stupid movie, High Tension. Spoilers, but the main girl and the evil killer man are both the same person. Just split personalities.
Oh fuck.
So they're engaging the same exact locations at the same time. And that's why you never see Corbin. And
That's amazing.
what's her name? In
Lulu.
the same spot. I don't remember your fucking space alien names.
You're gonna spoil that movie for split personality. You're not just gonna spoil Fight Club.
Because everybody knows Fight Club.
All right.
Might as well spoil something that sucks.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched Fight Club.
Oh, are you in college?
Not anymore.
Then you've lost your you missed your opportunity.
That's right. If you're not 19 years old exactly.
I flossed in my opportunity.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you something, and you're gonna have to answer it.
Okay.
Which one is for more mature audiences, The Fifth Element or Fight Club? That guy answered it.
I'd say it takes. I'd say it takes more maturity to accept something silly like this than it is to accept cynicism like the type that is
In Fight Club.
yes, featured so prominently in Fight Club.
Oh man, I just remembered. They made that fucking Fight Club game for PS2.
Yeah, the one where Fred Durst is an unlockable character.
Yeah.
That's what like, the impression that I get of the Fight Club movie, looking back on it so many years later, is that, like, it's kind of that Starship Troopers argument about whether David Fincher specifically was making that movie ironically, or whether... What?
Oh, okay, never mind. So you're talking about the director for Fight Club, not...
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, like, no,
Yeah.
that's not the right director for Starship Troopers.
Oh, no, David Fincher's Starship Troopers is something else entirely.
Yeah, no. It's called Alien 3.
But it's like, you know, is this movie meant to be, like, ironic, or is the director an idiot? I don't know.
Only he knows for sure.
Yeah. I mean, well, I had that argument about Starship Troopers, and then, you know, that guy continued to make movies, so...
I propose that we change her name to Tumbles.
Okay.
Okay.
So you might notice those those grates that are above the platforms that I'm on. You might notice that they are exactly the same spacing and size as the platforms that I'm on right now. And you could go so far as to say that I am demonstrating to this video game that I am apt at this platforming segment by jumping on these ledges that are underneath those gratings. So why the fuck would it ask me to do exactly the same thing twice?
Because, padding.
No, what this is endurance platforming. It's like the 24-hour race in Gran Turismo 3.
Does that exist?
Yes.
Yeah, but the 24-hour race exists so you can rubber band the throttle down and just walk away.
But you have to turn, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You just rub against the wall.
You have to desert bus your way through Gran Turismo.
Oh, you did it.
Yay! It's the air element?
That would be the air element, yes. Wait,
right.
no, that's fire.
Oh.
When you were running around in circles, please tell me there was a take where you accidentally fell out of that little gap and just, like, all the way back down.
That would have been incredible.
That may have happened, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's okay that we got the fire rocking, so now we can beat the game.
Uh-huh. Exactly. The end. Coming soon.
Look out, bad guy from the game. Here we come.
That's right. But not without baby Moses.
Better leave that in.
Alright, stopping this recording.